Top of the morning to you, or afternoon, or evening, whenever you may be watching. My name is Scott, I represent the SLN Game Slam, and I am here to bring you episode 2 of the Pokemon Blue Nuzlocke. To recap the team we have started in episode 1, we have Austin, the Charmander. We also have Kevin, the Pidgey. And last but certainly not least, Cornus Boy, the female Nidoran, which should be a very clutch member of our team once it learns Double Kick, and should be the X Factor for us to get through Brock's gym. So, at this point, what the game plan is looking like is we're going to go north of Viridian. We have one more encounter in the route to the north. Probably not going to get anything good there, but then we will venture into the Viridian Forest, which should be a good training spot for us as we move through. And another encounter before we get to Pewter City in the patch of grass outside of there. And then we will take a look around the town and assess whether or not I might need to do some grinding before we face Brock. So let's head into Viridian and north of here. As we saw last episode, we can't purchase potions yet. Pewter City must be the first place that sells potions. So with that being said, we're going to be very careful. You know, I don't want to get carried away with some commentary here. And it does look like this is the patch, so Pidgey and Nidoran are off limits for our encounter, meaning we most likely will get a Rattata or a Spearow, I would assume. But if there happens to be something else in here, that would be awesome. Caterpie. Okay, Caterpie. Am I thrilled about this? In a word, no. But might as well pick it up. Gonna use another scratch here, and in this case, I don't really want to use it, but it always, and I do need to stock up on Pokeballs. That's a good reminder. This should have no problem catching it, but I am gonna head down to Viridian to purchase a few more. However, here's my Stephen A. Smith, however, this is not going to be one I nickname after a friend of the program. That I would feel bad doing that. I mean, just look at this guy squirming around. Instead, I want to give a different name to it. How many layers we had? We are going to name it Triviani. Joey Triviani. But like I said, I do not plan on using this thing at the moment unless someone goes down and we need another member on the team. For the time being, I'd rather stick with the threesome we have to get us through. The one thing I will say that's nice about getting a Caterpie is, at this stage of the game, when we go to Viridian Forest, we have the duplicate/species clause in place. So if we encounter a Caterpie or Metapod, we do not have to use it, which is nice. Unfortunately, we still could very well get a Kakuna, which would be worst case scenario. Weedle as well, I would not be a huge fan of, but there is that small possibility of getting a Pikachu. So I almost forgot to restock on Pokeballs. Luckily, in my ear here got Sergio radioed in, and he's like, "Yo, you need to get on it here." So wait a minute, I can't tell my recording. Little snippet is in the way of my money. 1675. We're gonna want some potions too, but we are gonna make money here. I'm gonna get 3. I'm just gonna get 3 Pokeballs. 4 Pokeballs. Alright, that should do it for now. But we will win some money, assuming we win these trainer battles. And that'll be clutch once we get into Pewter to get some potions. Not sure if you guys have ever heard of a Shady Lock before. I will not be doing that this time around, but Shady Penguin, friend of the YouTube community, is came up with, oh thank goodness we didn't get this, came up with a unique type of Nuzlocke called, of course, a Shady Lock. And in his version of the challenge, you are limited to the number of Pokemon Center trips you can take. So, for example, in his, you start out with 3 tokens. Each of them can be used for a Pokemon Center visit. And additionally, any heals outside of the Pokemon Center, for example, like your mom in Pallet Town, I think there's a bed in like the Rocket hideout, you can only use that once. Those are one and done, but they do not cost a token. So his version of it, you really need to watch your money, because potions are essential since you are limited to Pokemon Center trips. However, I will be using as many of them as I need. So let's hop right into the forest here. Yeah, this one's not a trainer. I came here with some friends. They're out for Pokemon fights. We will meet them shortly. And if my memory serves me correctly, I believe there is an item here to my left. My memory does not serve me correctly. We also have not got our encounter yet, so be looking forward to that. No Weedles, no Kakunas. Oh, there's the item. Oh, it's a Pokeball. Okay. I was really hoping Potion, actually. Maybe that one up there is. But, gosh, we still have not got our encounter. It's really just making me more and more nervous. Huh. Should I battle first or get the encounter first? We'll battle. We'll battle first. Hey! Listen! You have Pokemon. Come on, let's battle them. Hey! Listen! Bugcatcher wants to fight. And we see the Weedle, level 6. Wow. Gosh. I didn't know we were already facing that kind of power. But I'm just going to have to be on my guard here. Luckily, String Shot is really no threat to the team. Poison Sting. We did not get poisoned though, but that is why we have those antidotes. You know what? At this point, nice crit, Austin. Is that his only one, or does he have one more? He has one more. So, I do think my strategy is going to be, and I'm thinking out loud here, but I am going to just rely on Austin for now to get us through the forest, continue leveling up, and I think if I got into any sort of the switch training at this point, with the exception of like a Metapod or a Kakuna, that could be very dangerous to our team. I never want to see HP this low anyways, so as annoying as it might be, I am going to go back and heal. I mean, we got to be smart about this, right? Being level 8, that's at least a little better. We're 2 levels away from Ember, which would absolutely clean up house at this forest. But without being able to buy potions at this point, I think my best plan of attack is going to be this. Now, thinking out loud again, I believe Nidoran, being poison type, may be immune to Poison Sting? Is there any truth to that? Can anyone clarify? So maybe Nidoran would be the move for the Weedles. I'll swap him in. I'll swap Cornus Boy in next time and take a look. But for now, I do think just keeping Austin in the front of the party, boosting as much as possible is going to be the move. And eventually, once we escape Viridian Forest here, I will do a grinding montage. Again, we have not got our encounter yet. So let me go back here. Nothing. Alright, let's check out this grass. No Weedles, no Kakunas. And we're gonna battle again already. Okay. Really just making this a suspenseful encounter. My goodness. Another bug catcher with 3 Pokemon has a level 7 Weedle. This is making me nervous. I think once we finish this battle, I'm going to go back and just get to level 10 to get Ember. I think that's the move. Is it worth... You know what, I'm going to stay in. I'm just going to scratch. I really can't think of a benefit to anything else at this point. Don't poison me, don't poison... Thankfully, in this game, it takes a turn for the special condition to actually begin working. So I will get back on the offensive with Scratch, but yeah, as lame as it is, once we finish this battle, unless we do get to level 10 here, I am going to go back and just to the route below the forest and grind up to level 10, just because we need Ember. Yes! Level 9? I did not even know that, but Kakuna, this is worth a switch. Might as well do Kevin because it's a lower level, but yeah, that's this could take a while. So what else do we have to talk about? But yeah, I was just really thinking with seeing level 7s at this point, I guess I could use the speed up button here, even though I said I wouldn't. There we go. There was no need to really spend time on that. Kevin grew to level 5. That's a 2-level boost there. And Sand Attack, for those of you, probably no one, that were around for Crimson Navy, Sand Attack is one of my favorite moves when I am the one using it. So I am very happy that we have Ember. This was going to be a challenge without that. And since when is the Viridian Forest a challenge, right? So I am definitely more comfortable now doing a little bit of switch training, which is definitely ideal for the Viridian Forest. However, another however, I would like Austin to be our lead when we get... Actually, I'm gonna have Kevin be the lead when we... I just switched everyone to the front. When we get our encounter, and I'm actually gonna get it this time. Like, here we go. Please be a Pikachu. Species Clause. Species Clause. Okay, so because it is in the same family as Caterpie, almost slipped my mind, we don't have to pick this one up. I'll speed this up a little bit. Kevin grew to level 6. That is awesome. So anything besides Caterpie and Metapod, we have to count as our encounter. Wow, maybe that was the only thing in here. Here we go. Another Metapod. These are great for training, so I will be in here very much for the grinding montage. There we go. Another level for Kevin. Let's get Cornus Boy out there. Oops. Let's give him some action. Okay, let's try another patch. Let's see what we have here. Another antidote, so we used one, we got one. What do we have in here? Caterpie, Dupe's Claws. Very exciting. Might as well get a little experience. I know I said I wouldn't use the speed up button, but I'm also not a man of my word, as you can tell. So, gosh darn it, where are the Pokemon in here? Are we real right now? Alright. Okay, so at this point, I'm just going to keep moving through the forest. I'm just going to switch into Austin, hit it with an Ember, and we'll find something eventually. But at the very least, we are not stuck with a Metapod, and I'm happy about that. So, this should grow Cornusboy level, and we will continue. So, up here should be nothing, right? That's just a shortcut if you took the other side. So we need to go down to the left and up. Viridian Forest. I feel like I always felt like this Viridian Forest music was a lot more spooky than when you have the Viridian Forest in Gold and Silver. It's a little more upbeat, a little more happy. But in this instance, it really just makes me feel a little creepy, a little creeped out, like there's bugs running up and down my hands. I don't know. I don't want to think about that. But as a consolation to all of these Caterpies and etc., which I'll probably run from in the future, that was not very much experience. At least we're getting some good training out of it. And there is a trainer up here. How is... being at 20 out of 28, I would rather not take a hit on a switch there. So I am going to just jump right into this one. I believe this man has a level 8 Caterpie. That could be completely wrong. It is a Weedle level 9, so I was completely wrong. However, I would definitely prefer to fight this head-on than from a switch. Poison Sting and a Scratch will finish off this Weedle. Good, good. And we defeated the Bug Catcher. You know what? We're making money, too. I'm okay with switching. I'm okay with switching. I think that might be the last trainer. So, let's get this encounter. Like, come on. Let's get this encounter. If there's got to be something in here, right? Maybe that's helping our chances for Pikachu. I don't want to hit the speed up button on this. If not, we'll jump out to the next route and get an encounter there. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're going to jump out of the route. Might as well pick up this experience here. Wow. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever species that many in a row. And yeah, I guess I am surprised this is not blue, going back to that. What am I thinking of? Am I thinking of playing this on the Game Boy Color head color? Let me know in the comments. This, of course, is Duplicate's Claws. How much will this Gust do to me? Still want to be smart about this at this 3. So we can take 3 more. Yeah, I'm not going to risk. There is no reason to risk our ace right here versus a level 3 Pidgey. So, Austin's going to take this Gust. We will Ember. And down goes Pidgey. Cornus up to level 6. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go up and heal. And then we're going to get these final 2 encounters, call it a day, and then I will do some off-screen training to prep for Brock's gym. I was trying to think of the ideal levels to get to, because obviously we don't want to be over-leveled to the point where it's not even fun or exciting of a battle. With Brock's Onyx being 14, I am thinking perhaps putting my Charmander up to 14 and perhaps the other 2 at 11. Wondering if that sounds fair. Maybe 12. I think 12 for the other 2. I mean, so this is our encounter for the Pewter City route. A very exciting Rattata. I will use one more tackle. I'm not going to use this one either, therefore it will not get a nickname for a friend of the program, but like I said, always good to have more. Always good to have more, because you never know what could happen or how I could gargle this away. So far the lock is untouched. And while we're sitting here, I guess I do need a name for it. I'm gonna, because it sounds kind of like vermin, I am going to name this Verners. So we have Verners the Rattata. While we look for our Viridian Forest encounter, I might just Google like what the gosh darn encounter rate is for Caterpie, because if it's something fierce, then what are we even doing here, right? What are we even doing here? So, Gen 1 Caterpie, Viridian Forest. Pokemon, here we go. In blue, it's a 50% rate for Caterpie, 35% Metapod, 5% Weedle, 5% Kakuna, 5% Pikachu. So we only have a 15% chance of not getting duplicates. Oh, God. And of course, we get the worst one we could have got in that 15%. Is this worth catching? Ah, gosh. I mean, we gotta do it, because if I were to knock this out and we encountered a Weedle, I believe under the guidelines of the lock, I wouldn't be able to catch it. So, not happy about this, but at least we got our encounter instead of seeing an endless line of Caterpies. Almost incapable of moving, this Pokemon can only harden its shell to protect itself from predators. Yeah, I got a good name for this one. Well, with that, we are going to wrap up the lock. Not the lock, but the episode. And I'm going to train the team off screen here. Not Verners are useless, but we're going to Austin up to 14, Kevin and Cornus up to 12. And we're going to buy some potions and see how that plays out. But next episode, Pewter City Gym. Get hyped. Leave a like if you enjoyed this one, and we will be back with the Blue Nuzlocke episode 3. Game Slam, signing off.